Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, I'm very proud to give you all a walk around and tour of this 2024 Mazda CX-5 Select. The Select model is going to be the base trim level of the CX-5 and includes features such as a 6-way power driver's seat, a 6-speaker sound system, as well as the Black Leatherette interior. A huge thank you to Dorado Mazda here in McKinney, Texas for making this possible. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see, coming up to the front, this one here does have a very unique grille, as well as the Mazda emblem front and center. And of course, right behind that Mazda emblem is going to be your radar cruise control. This one also does have your LED daytime running lights, as well as LED headlamps. The Select trim level also does give you a standard set of 17-inch wheels. In this case, they're on Yokohama tires, measuring 225, 55, R17s all the way around. Of course, this vehicle does come with a smart key access system, and to activate that, just make sure you have the key fob in the pocket and the door is locked. And if you want to unlock the vehicle, all you have to do is just simply touch this black button right here. Tap once to unlock the door for the driver's side. Tap it again to do it for the rest of the doors. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Soul Red Crystal Metallic with the Black Leatherette interior. Coming over to the door panel here, you do have your polyurethane plastic up here, which is kind of expected as this is a base model. You also kind of have the same material right down here. Again, this is a base model vehicle, so you're not going to get anything too crazy unless you upgrade to a higher trim. But as you can see, not too bad, but again, kind of that hard touch material as you would expect. You do have an aluminum door handle here. You have controls for your mirrors, in this case to adjust them. You have your child window lock, your lock and unlock switches there, as well as your power window switches here as well. And then coming down here below, you do have an area where you can store a small cup, and right over here is where you can put some small items. And as long as you have the key fob in the vehicle or on you, all you have to do is just simply put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. This vehicle does come with a very nice leather-wrapped steering wheel, which is also rack and pinion powered. You also have controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house controls for your audio as well as for your phone and Bluetooth. You also have an info button for your screen there to your right. Coming over here, you do have your safety features right there, as well as cruise control, an on mode, and a cancel off switch right there. As you can see, you also have 3 different gauges. You have your tachometer on your left, your speedometer in the middle, and then your coolant temperature on the top, and your fuel range down there at the bottom. Of course, you do have your exterior temperature as well as your current miles to the right of that. Now, with the push of this info button right here, you're going to be able to cycle through a couple of different menus. It's going to give you your trip A and trip B mileage, as well as the average fuel economy, your service and when that's due, an icon of the vehicle, your compass, as well as your fuel range to empty. And there you go. As you can see, this one here does come with a pretty standard display here. It's very nice. As you can see, it's pretty easy to use as well. And with that being said, this is going to be a 10.25-inch display. With that being said, as you can see, it's pretty easy to use via this little toggle switch right here. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead and get to that right now. As you can see, you're going to have things such as a source list, favorites, station list, tuner controls, manual tuning, radio text, FM settings, and audio settings. So you can go back to that. Of course, with that being said, go ahead here and move on to, if I can find the menu thing here. You have favorites. Okay. So, with that said, it's not going to give you like what you get in a higher trim level package, but basically you're going to have what's on the radio, you're going to have your current time, and of course your menu is going to be right there on the left. So just as we were a second ago. So with that being said, we're going to move right along here. You do have some of that leatherette material right here, which isn't too bad. You have some of that stitching right here. You do have your air vents right here as well. You do have your passenger airbag light, which is right there. Right below that, you're going to have your dual zone climate controls, your recycling. You're going to have, your recycling is here, as well as the AC, whether you want it on or off. You're going to have your fan speeds right down there. AC, whether you want that on or off, your positioning, front and rear defrost, as well as your heated seats for the front and front passenger. This vehicle does indeed come with a 6-speed automatic transmission, and when you put it into reverse, it does give you a pretty nice backup camera with guidance lines. Coming down below, you do have that little knob that we were just messing with a while ago. You do have your audio, home, navigation, favorites, and a back button. As you can see, you also have your volume to turn up or turn down. You push this to turn it off. You have your electronic parking brake right here, which is activated, as well as your auto hold switch right there. Now, if I push the home button, there we go. All I had to do was push the home button. So now we can go through the screen pretty comprehensively, starting off with information. You're going to have the fuel efficiency monitor, as well as the vehicle status monitor. You're going to have entertainment, which is going to be, of course, what's playing right now, FM radio. Navigation. Of course, this vehicle is still pretty new, so it doesn't have navigation properly set up. It says this system is navigation ready. To add navigation, insert a Mazda navigation SD card. Navigation SD cards are available from your dealer as an accessory. As well as settings. So your in-vehicle displays, sound settings, safety settings, vehicle settings, connectivity settings, as well as system settings. Of course, you have your current time, as well as whether you have your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto connected to the vehicle. Moving along here, you do have 2 cup holders. Pretty modest and decent glove compartment. You have a little cubby hole right here you can put some small items in. And then you have a deeper amount of room in here. You also have a regular USB port there, 2 USB-Cs, and of course, this is where you insert that SD card. And with that being said, moving up here, you do have your visors. You do have controls for your lights, a sunglass holder right there. And with that being said, this being a Select, you're not going to get all the features that you want, like a garage home link or, other things like that. But it's still pretty decent in here. And then as we come along here, you do have your hill descent, as well as a safety feature right there, and then a couple of blank switches. And then right down there is going to be your hood release, as well as a button for your gas release. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's check out the rest of this vehicle. As you can see, Materials do fall throughout the back seat, of course, as expected. You do have 2 seat pockets, one on each side. This vehicle also does have your rear vents. And of course, you do have a pad armrest with 2 cup holders and a small little storage area with 2 USB-A ports. Overall, the materials feel very soft in here and pretty nice. You have your fuel cap. Coming to the back, you do have LED taillights, your CX-5 all-wheel drive badging on the left, your Sky Active G emblem on the right. Well, let's go ahead and check out what's inside of the trunk here. Cargo space in here is really impressive, as you can see. More than enough for most people, which is very, very nice to see. Now, with that being said, as you lift this portion up, you are going to have your spare tire. You do have body-colored mirrors with LED turn signals on them. Hold on, guys, let me try to open up this. Under the hood of this one, guys, we have the standard 2.5 liter Sky Active G 4-cylinder engine. In this application, it produces 187 horsepower and 185 pound-feet of torque. Of course, it's made to that 6-speed automatic transmission, and fuel economy is pretty good, coming in at 23 city, 29 highway. Alright guys, so as you can see, not too bad for a base model. It does have some things on here as well that I want to show you real quick as far as what's on the window sticker. But overall, it's a pretty nice place to spend time as far as, you know, what Mazda's done here to improve themselves over the last couple of years. When this came out in 2017, personally, I was pretty excited because, you know, Mazda really want to get out there, really want to make a name for themselves. And ever since this vehicle got its refresh in 2019, it has been pretty successful. And as you can tell, this is still one of the most popular crossovers that you can buy to this day. So with that said, guys, the last but most importantly not least that we're going to go through is the window sticker. So as you can see, here's a look at it. This is the 2024 Mazda CX-5 Select 2.5 in soul red crystal metallic with a black leatherette interior. As you can see, this is what this vehicle comes with standard. If you want to, you can go ahead and take a photo of it. Minor correction, I did say that this vehicle does have the 225 55s. These are 225 65 R17s. Then, of course, coming down here, optional equipment. The soul red crystal metallic is going to be $595. The rear bumper card for $135, as well as the wheel locks for $75. The select package, like I said, does include the 6-way power driver seat, the 6-speed audio system. You'll also get a rear privacy glass, dual zone automatic climate control with rear vents, heated front seats, Mazda Advanced Mazda Advanced keyless entry. You have 2 rear USB inputs that we talked about with the cup holders. You also do have a 6-way manual passenger seat, auto leveling headlights, which are pretty cool, illuminated vanity mirrors, as well as a rear center armrest. With that being said, total vehicle and options comes out to just over $30,000, and with a $1,420 delivery, processing, and handling fee, total MSRP for this particular model comes out to $31,525. And then, of course, your fuel economy is still pretty impressive, coming in at 23 city, 29 highway, and 25 miles per gallon combined. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of this 2024 Mazda CX-5 Select. This is a pretty cool model, and as you can see, now I understand why a lot of people buy this car, because it's practical, it's useful, and most importantly, it's reliable. So until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.